Mm, Ram. Yes, friends, let us do our Shanti Mantra chanting for our chanting practice. Early morning Veda Mantrocharana, very good for every aspect. Om Namo Brahmane, Namo Astu Agnaye, Namaha Prithivye, Namo Oshadhebhyaha, Namo Vache, Namo Vachaspadaye, Namo Vishnave, Brahate Karomi. Very sweet, small, but all devatas whose blessings are required for our all faculties to be intact so that we live a healthy, very good outer life as well as spiritually also grow. Very, very effective mantra. Start. Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Namo Brahmane Namo Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Namah Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Namah Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmane Namo Astvagnaye Nama Pruthivyai Nama Oshadhibhyaha Namo Vache Namo Vachaspataye Namo Vishnave Bruhate Karomi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Able to chant mantras and simple meaning known and in whatever said there. For example, here salutations to different gods. Remember those gods and just feel that humbleness and salutation. That will go a long way to invoke the grace. But consistently, that attitude of devotion should be maintained while chanting at least those mantras, as we did now 11 times. Every day when it is done, this prayer reaches to those devatas definitely they will bless us with best of the faculties, abilities, so that we do best in our outer life as well as sadhana. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhijaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sadashivasamārambham Vyāsaśaṅkara-madhyamām Asmadācārya पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकन्नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत निश्चितसमस्तभक्तसाधकानां समस्त आनुकूल्यतानां प्राप्तिद्वारा धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः अध्ययनम् आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेता वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धारिते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवदो तद्वक्तारमवदो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ सप्तमोऽनुभागः। ॐ सद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्गः स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत् सुकृतमुच्यत इदे यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाते यदा हे वैष एतस्मिन्न दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अथ सोऽभयं गतो भवते यदा हे वैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवते तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Very crucial topics of our life and spirituality put together we are studying. More greater blessings, better blessings than this, the God Guru cannot give us. Are we understanding the importance of that? Are we understanding that? Are we making use of that? These are the very important questions we have to ask ourselves. So here असद्वा इदमग्रासी ततो वै सद्जायत तदात्मानग्रस्वेमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यते इति यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः. Every sentence is so filled with required importance, clarity, important clarity. Rasagahevayam labdva anandi bhavat. If we can really are convinced about it, कि अयम ब्रह्म परमात्मा लब्ध्वा एव रसग ब्रह्म रस रसस्वरूप ब्रह्म लब्ध्वा एव आनंदी भवति. You know, at every moment we are in ananda. Whenever we are, it is because of the vishayas. That is what we imagine. No, through the vishayas, it is Brahmananda only. If through the vishayas, the Brahmananda is so beautiful, giving ananda to all jivas through all vishayas. How must be directly the Brahma Ananda if we really obtain it? That thought should become stronger and stronger. Always the mind is in the sankalpa of what to do to get more and more happiness. Bechara mana doesn't know. It only can imagine, take the help of asanas. Now, through the study of Shastra, the intellect should supply the proper samachara to the mana that all happiness is because of Brahma, then directly Brahmananda, how great it would be. With this, the mind should do the sankalpa now of Brahma Prapti. The more stronger this Shubhecha happens, to that extent we come out of the world in which unavoidably we end up in doing something wrong, which will definitely give us dukkha and bondage. From that we come out the first thing. Second is, in the right pursuit of Ananda, slowly we enter into. This all is new because we have not started. But once you start and do, and then familiarity comes. In that familiarity, the confidence grows, then we can stick to it. So, like if you see in this very world of so much of Kali Prabhava, don't we see so many sadhu, santa, mahatma, so many adhyatmika sadhakas? Their whole day is spent only in that sadhana. So their minds have now reached to that stage of we have to achieve the Brahmananda. They have no more in the mind the sankalpa of anything else, which we have, they might have themselves had long back before listening to such gurus or Upanishads. So everybody starts journey in the same way. So they might have studied Upanishads, glory of Brahma Vidya. Then they might have told the mana, hey mana, sankalpa, tanme manaha, shubha sankalpam astu. This is a beautiful suktam. We'll chant that. We'll do the satsang on that. Excellent text it is. Me manaha shubha sankalpam astu. Oh, my mind, have always shubha sankalpas. So here very clearly, sankalpa day by day. Let us have crystal clear understanding about Brahma Tattva intellectually. Let us understand about preparations for Brahma Jnana and practice them and get them. Let us truly understand the path of reaching to Brahmanamurti. Let us walk on that path relentlessly in this way until we reach. And let us establish having reached the Brahman in it. In these 4 or 5 things, we have to become very, very strong in our sankalpa so that all our day schedule is molded towards that. And these things you can't discuss with public. They don't know all that. They cannot be proper guide to us. Our guides are our Guru and Shastra. They are already telling us. Why refer here and there? कि मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि ब्रह्म प्राप्ति के लिए साधना करूँ. व्हाट्स योर ओपिनियन? If you ask your wife or husband, what will they say? Just shut up, listen to me. I am Brahman for you. So in this way, hmm, rasagahyevaayam labdva anandi bhavati. Then next one is equally powerful. Kohi eva anyat kaha pranyat yadesha akasha anando nusyat. If in the Hridaya Akasha, the Ananda Swarupa Brahman is not there, ko eva anyat kaha pranyat. It's a very deep thought it is. Means somebody is inhaling and exhaling. Yeah, they are doing it for being alive. And what for everyone is alive? Everyone of us alive are only to seek happiness with the faith that happiness will be coming to us, we enjoy it. Of course, that is imagined to be in the objects, it's okay, that will be corrected. So who will be? कहते हैं कि मैं क्यों आऊँ जाऊँ वहाँ अगर मुझे खुशी नहीं मिली तो, है ना? Why parents will take care of children if they are not getting ananda? Why children will stay with parents if they are not getting ananda? If you don't get ananda, get only misery. Why do you sit in the class? If I also don't get ananda, why will I talk? Is it not? So all of us are living to get ananda only. And in that life, whatever we are doing is for that ananda. If that temptation kaho, inspiration kaho, for the ananda is not there, जीने में कोई मजा नहीं रहता. कोई एवं अन्यत का प्राण्यात. कौन प्राणापान करके जिंदगी को कंटिन्यू करेगा अगर हृदय में आनंद स्वरूप ब्रह्म नहीं है तो. So that we explain it as what? Therefore, everybody is alive to be Ananda. Ananda is Brahma Swarupa. Therefore, everybody is living only for Brahma Swarupa. Bhashyakara's Bhashya was what? It is because of that Ananda Brahma Swarupa, everybody is working in whatever the field they are. Second is, it is for the Ananda Brahma Swarupa, they are working for also. In that effort, the ego, which was working for itself earlier, through its upadhis, will no more work for the upadhis. It works for Brahman. In the working for Brahman, slowly, slowly, the ego slowly comes nearer and nearer. It itself jumps into, falls into Brahma Vastu. Very magical thing that is going to happen. Again, I will repeat. The statement of Upanishad is what Bhashyakara is saying, ki everyone is working because of presence of Brahman. That we already came to the conclusion because Brahman is Satchita. Without Sat, nobody can exist. Without Chit, nobody can do anything. क्योंकि a dead वाला कुछ करता नहीं. Second thing is what? Who is working? The assemblage of the pranas, the indriyas, the antakarana, ityad. The assemblage cannot work for itself. It works for someone other than it. Who is that someone? Obviously, it is Chaitanya Rupi Parabrahma. Therefore, they are working because of Parabrahma, they are working for Parabrahma. All faculties in us. No, they are working को they are given for this purpose. ऐसे समझ लो, है ना? They are working for Parabrahman. Now let us improve the sentence. They are given to work for that Brahman only. Now let us improve it one more step. What is that? I will work with all these faculties only for Brahma. Understood? And what is the meaning of working for Brahman? Only one, without any purpose. Because Brahman has no purpose. Only maximum purpose is the presence of Brahman is indicated through them. That's it. For us to reach there and catch. Like I am a drashta, vanta, shrota, jnata. Through the upadhis. An ignorant person uses all these possibilities for becoming a bhogi outside. But if somebody is very clear through highly matured understanding of Upanishad that the drashta, santa, sota, manta, vijnata in me are an indicators for me for the presence of Brahman, and they are the pathway to reach to Brahman. If one understands this way, then he doesn't give any purpose to these faculties working outside. Dhyan se sunna. In this process, the vasanas get exhausted. When the vasanas are lesser and lesser, the pressures on the minds to be extroverted won't be there. To that extent, this ego also, Bechara, we scold him a lot of times. He is also a helpless victim of the mind and vasanas. Now the mind is quiet, vasanas are reduced. Ego also doesn't bother much to go into the world outside. He says, मैं ठीक हूँ ब्रह्म के साथ. करते करते we become one with Brahman. What is that करते करते? In the sadhana language में कर्म योग करते करते. What is karma yoga? Where I do, but I don't claim result. I don't do for my selfish purpose. And for whom you are doing it? Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karotiyaha. What is said in Gita? Those who work, keeping the Brahman in mind and for his sake without any attachment for the result in his own mind, slowly gets purified, purified. Lipyatena sapapena. This individuality slowly go near to the Brahman and merges. Whereas when these abilities, faculties are used by me, the ego, with the imagination of outer sukha through the objects, vasanas and habit of the mind become stronger. That enslaves the individuality ego, only going in that direction, keeping us away, taking us away permanently from Brahma Vastu. What we are doing here last 10 minutes is ko hevanyat kah pranyat yadesha akasha anando nasyat then esha hi eva anandayati. This sentence, literal meaning and bhashya meaning say, we are trying to call out what Shrutimata therefore expecting from us. Again we repeat the step 1. Which are the faculties which will function if the Ananda Rupa Brahman is not there in the Hridaya Akash? This is a question. This is a point. Why is it so? The two answers are what? One is the Brahman not only is Ananda but is Satswarupa, existence. If the existence itself is not there, faculties don't exist. Forget about their working. One point is their presence, their existence, their functionality, all of them are because of the presence of the truth. Be clear about it. Second meaning we derive today exhaustively is what? Any of the individuals working with any of the faculties, any field, in any field, is only to get Ananda. Then who is the source of all that bliss? Is Brahman only. Therefore, if the temptation that the Ananda I will get is not there, who will do anything? Vyavaharik ho ya adhyatmik ho. Is it not? If that temptation is not there, like prayojanam anuddishya manamandopi pravartate. Without seeing the prayojana, even the dull-witted fellow also doesn't involve in anything. How can a wise person? And what is the final prayojana of everyone? Through every of the objects or things or beings is only Anand. Therefore, Sat Swarupa Brahma is there, therefore faculties are able to work. Second, Ananda Swarupa Brahma is there, therefore for the sake of that Ananda, only all the faculties are working because tempted for that Ananda. Okay. Third one is what? These faculties are working for that Brahman only, not for anything else. Because the assemblage cannot work for any individual part. It works for something which is supporting it, in whose absence they are there. They are not there. So whose absence they are not there is again that Satchit Brahma. नहीं है तो है ही नहीं. वो सच्चित ब्रह्म है तो ही they are there, they are working. Therefore, for whom they are working for Brahman. Be attentive here. What is the meaning of working for Brahman is only for two things. One, to prove the presence of Brahman. Second, guide us to reach to the Brahman. Now listen, because of lack of this clarity or knowledge, what is happening in our ego is the faculties are given to do something outside, to get something outside the Vishayas. In that notion delusion, we have become extroverted. That's how the samsara. Now, through this clear understanding and practice, slowly, the samsara gets dissolved. Therefore, what is the sadhana here? Use the faculties to do the dharma. More than that, nothing a kamya karma in our life. And these faculties, whenever they are working, uh, through them, like in devotion, it is said, whenever the faculties are working, my Lord Krishna, my Rama is there. Yonta pravishya mamavasa vimam prasuptam sanjivayati. With every functioning of the faculty, if we can touch the Paramatma, because of the presence of Paramatma they are working, then our samskaras regarding Paramatma become more and more. Then that may lead to, the jignasa in the buddhi. Who is that Parabrahma? Let me know. In the meantime, when the faculties are working minimum with dharma, all our jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, antakarana, and not at all any desires fulfillment, a habit is entertained. Remember, the buddhi, the mind, the vasanas, they are jada. I, with my strong ignorance, misused them. They became liability to me so far. Now, if I, with my own wisdom, instead of wrongly guiding them, if I rightly guide them, they themselves become assets to me. If it is not there, and if it is always the mind, intellect, or antakarana or senses are the culprits, then everybody should be extroverted. Everybody should be bhogi. Everybody should be samsari. Never ever should there be a sadhana possible to everyone, anyone, nor anybody should be there as mukta. But do you see like that? Don't we see the people who have fully controlled their faculties and their mind intellect is only on the divine? Yeah, they are there. So that indicates that it is in our ignorance that the bliss is in Brahman and we have to discover Brahman. This is not known. Therefore, what is it? The outer world has come in our vision. It appeared to be real. It appeared to be the giver of sukha. Then the mind started seeking it and it went on becoming a habit for millions of lives. Therefore, because of presence of Brahman, all faculties are working. For the sake of Brahman, the faculties are working, so to say, that they prove the presence of Brahman. And if we use those faculties properly, they take me Jiva near to Brahman as much as they can, each one of them. For that, from now onwards, the faculties need not be, should not use for anything outer through the habitual kamanas, etc. At the most, our outer work is only in fulfilling dharma. मोर देन दैट कुछ नहीं। एक उम्र के बाद तो भी वो भी ज़्यादा नहीं होते। ओनली द शरीर निर्वहण धर्म रिमेन। What dharma you have? Pradhan Mantri is taking care of nation and everybody is doing their work. Children have grown up, they are taking out all the works, etc. बहुत कम हो जाते हैं। Good. Then with these faculties, do only that which is related to Paramatma. Offer it to him only the karma phala. Then that leads to antakarana shuddhi, wherein the I want this, I want that, impurities are no more there to pull us into the outer world. Such is called purified mind, calm mind, quietened mind, not influenced by any vasanas anymore. That mind not pulled into the outer world because उसको भी मजा आ रहा है। मन को भी भगवान का मजा आता है। बिकॉज़ जो भक्त है वो भी मन से ही भक्ति कर रहा है ना। Like your mind slowly getting taste in that Upanishad and Bhagavad. So your own mind, at least some time, may not be the whole day, may not be the whole class, बीच-बीच में टेंशन होता होगा, but if there is some taste, otherwise why will you come? है ना? You may come for me, but you can't come continuously for me. स्वामी जी का आत्म शांति के लिए इतने दिन कोई नहीं आते। There is some peace in the mind. I am also not here to uplift you and educate you, and I am getting my own ananda. That is why I am also coming. So in this way, kohi eva anyat kaha pranyat yadesha akasha anando nasyat esha hi eva ananda yati. If these sentences are this way deeply pondered, contemplated, and we arrive to the consequence that Brahman is there, he is Ananda Sarupa, Brahman is there, he is Satsarupa, because the Satsarupa Brahman only, all are working, that Satsarupa Brahman is also Chitswarupa, because of Satchit only they are working, and for the sake of the Ananda only they are working. Therefore, it is because of Sachidananda Brahma, it is for the sake of Sachidananda Brahma, the faculties are given to work. Therefore, use faculties only for that, not for anything else. This change in our decision is called as sadhana. That will come only when these subjects are very thoroughly, clearly understood. Before studying these subjects, these subtle topics, our way of life is what? The faculties are only to work outside in one or the other field and get the resources outer, indulge in them and become bhogi. In that the idea of Brahma being Ananda is Sarvaswarupa, none of them are there. Whereas the place where you are working, the money which you are getting, the object which you are buying, the happiness we are getting through them, all of them are nothing but again Brahman only. But with Ajnana. Is it not? Don't say again. Then Swamiji, everything in the world is Brahman. Then by indulging in the world, I am indulging in Brahman only. Why should I withdraw? No, pure Brahman. First we experience, then everything as Brahman we can see. Otherwise, by to answer the Guru, you are telling like that. But in you, the Brahmagnana is not there. No, for such person, the world is real. That conviction is there. Because of that, he will get more and more disappointed because world is not real. It's going on changing, modifying, leaving us and going. So every moment there will be dukkha. So therefore, don't that in a wrong manner justify. If the entire thing in the world is Brahma, let me indulge. I don't ask Swami drinks and drugs. Are they other than Brahman? No, Swami has to say everything is Brahman because Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Khalidam Brahma. Therefore, by having drink and drug, I am having Brahman only. No, why don't you join? So this is a very superficial, very strong desire vasana oriented personality vocally misusing this spiritual knowledge. Is it not? Actually, experience Brahman as he is. Then everything is Brahman thereafter. That is how. Now, let's say next sentence is Yadesha Ananda Kohevanyat Kapranyat Yadesha Akasha Anandanasya Esha hi eva Ananda Yati. He is the one who is giving the Ananda to everyone everywhere. That Brahman. Okay, having understood all this now, the one with all his efforts goes nearer and nearer and merges in the Brahman, he will have the highest of the gain. The highest of the gain is Abhayam Pratishtam Vindati. That is what is the topic we are discussing from yesterday, day before. All this what we spoke was already discussed, but some more repetition, some more additions we have done, because of the pregnancy of this particular paragraph. Seventh, Anuvaka being so pregnant with the most essential information. If this is understood clearly, thoroughly, one will definitely become Brahma Anveshaka, seeker of Brahman, seeker of truth. And if this is not understood, not tried to be understood, then routine way from the Vishayas and Vyaktis, we are getting Sukha in that notion. We become Vishayi only. We continue to be samsara. These are the crucial topics in Shastras which mold one from the samsari to the sadhaka. But if they should get a good guru who should teach, and one should have that patience like you have, perseverance to slowly listen and try to understand. सो इन लेमैन्स लैंग्वेज हिंदी में बताना है तो हम सबके हृदय आकाश में ब्रह्म स्वरूप है, स्वरूप सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म है, पॉइंट वन. Because of this Satchidananda Brahma, only all faculties in us are working. Antakarana, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Pranas, as well as body. And Brahma being Ananda Swarupa. They are all working for Ananda. Therefore, they are working for the Brahman only. But looking outside and working, that mistake we have to rectify. They are there working to prove the existence of Brahman. Therefore, our job by using the faculties to whatever extent they are useful, after that, by transcending the faculties, reaching to that Brahman only. That should be our goal. Till we find our oneness with Him. That is what is this mantra is telling. The mantra says, when a sadhaka abhayam pratishtam vindate, that he gets into total oneness with this Brahman, then he will never have अतः भयम अतः सह भयं गतः भवति. उसके बाद ना उसको जिंदगी में कभी भय ही नहीं होगा. हाँ? अभयम गतः भवति, he will be the obtainer of the fearlessness once for all. Fearlessness is the highest achievement, because in any achievement of the other things of the world is always fear of losing it. The true fearlessness is only in the Brahma Prapti. That Brahma Prapti Janita Bhaya Rahitya will be our gain, which is the greatest, ultimate, most. When we discover our oneness with Brahman. What is the Brahman, we ask? It was already said, Satyam Jnanavantam. But फिर भी आप बताओ. So the four words are used here. That four words we have exhaustively seen. Adrushye, Anatmye, Anirukte, Anilayane. Brahmani, Abhayam Pratishtam, Vindate, Chet, Saha Ataha, Abhayam Gataha Bhavati. They are very simple sentences, but very complete and profound. So we have sufficiently discussed ko hi evanyat kah pranyat yadesha akasha anando nasyat. Esha hi eva anandayat. This should lead to a conviction. Therefore, I must reach Brahman. To that convinced person, to furthermore inspire, Shruti Mahasa says, truly if you really emerge in that Brahman, that Abhayata will come to you, which is the highest of the achievement. Bhayarahit. The Sukha Shanti because of fearlessness. देखो, these words though appear to be very closer, but little demarcation is there in their meanings. Like, Sukha, Ananda, Shanti, Abhayam, little. Sukha, when you talk about worldly Sukha, it is. Okay. Ananda means it is spiritual practice oriented Ananda. Shanti means little subtler than the even Shanti, Ananda. बट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है ना, अभय है कि नहीं. ये पर्सन विथ भय कैन ही बी शांत, कैन ही बी आनंदी, कैन ही बी सुखी. बताओ, जब दिल में भय रखता है तो सुख शांति आनंद किसी को नहीं होगा. Therefore, which is greater among four if you see? सुख चाहिए कि आनंद चाहिए या शांति चाहिए? ब्रह्म सॉरी अभयता, अभय ओनली चाहिए. So therefore, अभयानुभूति is the highest. That we will gain when we merge in Brahman. That is what is the discussion we are doing. One of the very important anuvakas, this is of entire Upanishadic literature. Is it not? And you are seeing the content wise also. So, without repeating all what is said yesterday, यदा हि एव एषः एतस्मिन् अदृश्ये अनात्मे अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अथसो भयंगतो भवति यदा हि whenever एषः this sadhakah एतस्मिन् in this Brahman whose lakshanas are adrushya anatmya anirukta anilayanam in him abhayam pratishtam vindate means becomes one with him. The result is atha thereafter that person saha dasadaka bhayam abhayam gatah bhavati. He is a obtainer of abhayam. Gata means प्राप्ति. अभयम गता मतलब अभय स्थिति को प्राप्त किया हुआ ये बन जाता है. Again, evening class of Bhagavatam na mrityu. Bhagavan takshaka dibhya mrityubhya na bibhemi aham. Abhayam darshitam tvaya. Pravashto brahma nirvanam abhayam darshitam tvaya. Same words. Tvaya darshitam abhayam brahma nirvanam aham pravishtaha. आपके द्वारा दिखाया गया ये जो ब्रह्म निर्वाण अवय पद है मैं उसमें एंटर कर चुका हूँ. Therefore, the mrityu adi don't come there, takshaka adi. Therefore, na vibhemi, I am not afraid. Okay, what it means? Adrushya. Adrushya means not anatma. Then what is anatma means? Not sthula sukshma karana sharira. Because of these two, anirukta. It cannot be talked about. Therefore, anilayana, which has no a particular abode. You can see what Parikshit did yesterday was this only. Parabrahma being adrushya, he gave up all drushya padarthas of anandar sukar bhoga by doing that prayopavesha. By detaching from the annaprana manokoshas, he has given up the, he has achieved the second sentence anatme. It is not. Anatme means dehadi tadatme chhod diye. Then he himself said, what did he ask the Guru Maharaj Shukadev ji? Anujani mam brahman vacham yachami adhokshaje. Is it not? I want to merge my speech in adhokshaja. What he said in that devotional language, vacham yachami adhokshaje, is said here as anirukte. I want to reach to that stage which cannot be spoken with the words. And how do you reach that? By dropping speaking. Dropping to speak. Is it not? Thereafter, anilayane. He said, ki this mukta kama ashayam chetaha also visrujya, praveshya, visrujami asun. Even the chitta free from the all the ashayas and kamanas, इसको भी मैं उसी अतोक्षज में प्रवेश करके असु प्राणों को मैं छोड़ देता हूँ. परमिशन दो हे गुरु. So that mukta kamashayam chetaha praveshya is the here anilayana. Because as long as vasanas are there, then the jiva will be given a deha, then that becomes his nilayanam, place to stay. Then all the faculties, speech, everything starts become functional, like you and I have. So what is explained here as Brahma, as Adrushye, Anatme, Anirukte, Anilayane, is said by Parikshit that I will merge my speech in Lord, then I will merge the pure Chetas free from Vasana and also Kamana in Lord. Because without that clarification, it is not taken into Brahman, the Cheta. Then what about the Prana? उसे मेरे को काम नहीं दे पर विसृजामि असून. Then what happened to you? What are you doing with prana? You told. What are you doing with your chitta? You told. What you are doing with your vani? You told. What about you? Already I told Guru कि प्रविष्टः ब्रह्म निर्वाणम अवयम दर्शन आपके द्वारा दर्शित ब्रह्म पद में मैं प्रवेश कर चुका हूँ. हियर श्रुति माता प्रवेश करेंगे तो ऐसे कह रही है. Parishit said, I have entered. Therefore, I have no need of these faculties. You permit me by dissolving these faculties as final work. I want to merge in Brahman. Guru permit. गुरु इसलिए तो कहा मैंने पाठ तुमको कर लो. तो सेम थिंग हियर इज यदा हि एव एषः एतस्मिन् अदृश्ये अनात्मे अनिरुक्ते अनिलेने अभयां प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते. What did he say then? Before only he said, here it is said later. Before only he said, Bhagavan Takshikadibhya Muktibhya na bibhemi. Here says, so tatah saha abhayangatah bhavati. So Bhagavatam Puranam going together. Because both are talking about moksha. Moksha cannot be without Brahmanubhuti. That Brahmanubhuti we call Vedanta. Each person talks in different language. Doesn't matter. Let us stick to our Vedantic way of discussion. Okay. Now, how that Abhaya Pratishtha Vindate, Abhayam Pratishtha Vindate, only that much sentence we study and then feel for ourselves. Ki, we are having fear for millions of lives by being ourselves away from our own Brahma Swarupa. Enough of it. Let us go nearer and nearer and nearer. Other than Brahma, even with Ishvara also there is fear. With every Devatas there is fear. With every Bandhu Mitradi there is fear. With very Upadhis there is fear. With every Vastu Vishesha there is only fear only. हर जगह भय 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 रहेगा. तो unnecessarily we are afraid. Now let us go into merge our own Atma Swarupa. ये आना feeling आना चाहिए. If that feeling doesn't come, then let us discover our Brahma Swarupata. Then I as a speaker I have utterly failed, and as a listener you are also utterly failed. I'll just read out the Bhashya for 5 minutes. Okay. Hmm. Do I need to explain all that we studied yesterday? Yadyapi dehadi upadi bheda drushtinam avidyavashat sapranah samanaha sendriyah sa vishaya iva pratyavabhasate तलमलादिमत इव आकाशम तथापि तो स्वतः परमार्थ दृष्टिनाम अप्राणः अविद्यमानः क्रियाशक्ति भेदवान चलनात्मकः वायुः यस्मिन् असौ अप्राणः तथा अमनाः अनेक ज्ञान शक्ति भेदवत् संकल्पादि आत्मकं मनः अपि अविद्यमानं यस्मिन् सः अयम् अमनाः. So from the Vyavahara Drushti through the Upadhi Drushti, though Paramatma appears to be having the pranas and functioning, mana and functioning, but from himself directly, if you see, he doesn't need the prananam, he doesn't need the mana work. Therefore, he is apranaha amanaha. Prana means aneka kriya shakti bheda. Then mana ka काम क्या है? अनेक ज्ञान शक्ति भेद. Both of them are not there in Brahman. Be attentive. In the pure Brahman, he is infinitely blissful. What is the need of mana, which is symbolizing the antakarna? For a jiva to become sukhi, antakarna required. Brahman is already infinitely blissful. What is the presence of antakarna there? Not there. So to the pranas, indriyas. Why they will be there in Brahman? They are not there. Apranaha, amanaha is the important word. प्राणास are what? Avidyamana Kriya Shakti Vedavan Chalanatmaka Vayu Yasmin. So in pure Brahman, that Vayu, which is the Chalanatmaka, always moves because of whose presence Aneka Kriyas are happening. That Vayu or Prana is not there in him. So the word is apranaha. So Brahman is prana rahita. Means Brahman is that, so Vayu is that which is Chalanatmaka. So the Chalanatmaka Vayu is not there in Brahman. So to the Vayu is Kriya Shakti Vedavan. Therefore, variety of the Kriya Shaktis are not there, not required in Brahman. That is the meaning of prana. Amanaha means what? Amanaha means Aneka Jnana Shakti Veda. What are the Jnana Shaktis of the Manarantakarana? Are the four faculties of Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankara. Therefore, Manaka, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, that is not there in Brahman. And Buddhi, Adhyavasaya, Lakshanaha, that is not there in Brahman. Chittasya chintana kartru, that is not there. Ahankarasya sarvasya sikruti, that is not there. That is the meaning of apmanaha, amanaha. Remember, these antakaranas, these upadhis, fetch us the outer world of things. And those things we imagine are the givers of sukha. And therefore, while pursuing the outer world, we feel the need and importance of these faculties. That is how we are lost in this strong feeling. But by transcending the outer objects, or giving up the outer objects, by detaching from the upadhis, we can also get the ananda, that is of Brahmananda, which is the original ananda. हमको आदत के कारण विषयों में ही आनंद है, ऐसा भावना से, उपाधियों से कुछ करने से आनंद मिलता है, ऐसे दृष्टि में है हम. Actually, the real bliss is when you transcend the upadhis, our own panchakoshadi. That already we are studying. Therefore, Brahman is apranaha, amanaha. एक मिनट. Great point it is, which is 100 times heard by us. Apranaha, amanaha cha iti. By saying apranaha, amanaha, pranadi vayu bhedaha, karma indriyani, tad vishayacha. तथा च बुद्धि मनसी बुद्धि इंद्रियाणि तद विषयाः च प्रतिषिद्धाः वेदितव्याः. This is what yesterday we came up to. By saying the apranah amanaha, same words came in Mundaka. I was confusing. अरे मैं कौन सा टेक्स्ट, हाँ इसमें अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयने, सॉरी, यत एवं तस्मात् अनिलयनम, 1 minute. अनाधारम तस्मिन् एतस्मिन् अदृश्ये अनात्मे अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने सर्वकार्य धर्म विलक्षणे ब्रह्मणे इति वाक्यार्थः. अभयमिति क्रियाविशेषणम्, अभयाम इति वा लिंगान्तरं परिणम्यते, प्रतिष्ठां स्थितिम् आत्मभावं विन्दते लभते. अथ तदा सः तस्मिन् नानात्वस्य भयेतोः अविद्याकृतस्य अदर्शनात् अभयङ्गतो भवति. This was the focus we have to do. Somewhere we got distracted. Now we come back to the main point. Adrushye, anatme, anirukte, anilayane. By saying all these 4 words, what is said about Brahman is one thing only. What is that? Sarva karya dharma vilakshane. Sarva karya dharma vilakshana. Brahman is karana. These all upadhis are the karyas. Each of the karya, their own dharma. So these karya and their dharma are rejected in Brahman. Sarva karya dharma vilakshane Brahmani ityartha. What we have to do in that Brahman? Abhayam iti kriya visheshanam, abhayam idiva lingantaram parinamyate. So abhayam lingantaram parinamyate means pratishtam sthitim atma bhavam vindate lavate. So in that anirukta, adrushya, anirukta, adrushye, anatme, anirukte, anilayane brahma. When in him, finally, atma bhavam vindate. When one gets the identity with it, that it is me, ata tada saha tasmin nanatvasya bhayahetoho avidyakratasya adarshanath abhayangata bhavati. This is what is the main point we have to grasp. When one discovers one's identity with that Brahman, ata tada tasmin, in that Brahma, नानात्वस्य भयहेतोः अविद्याकृतस्य अदर्शना. So Brahma का विद्या हो गया, because you became one with it. It is only because of the avidya of the Brahman, be attentive, the nanatva is created. Because of the nanatva only, the bhaya created. Bhaya is samsara. So the bhaya, samsara karana bhaya, bhaya karana nanatva, nanatva karana is the avidya. By discovering one's identity with the Brahman, avidya is removed. When avidya is removed, where is the nanatva? No. When there is no nanatva, then where is the fear? No. Therefore, abhayangato bhavati. Then he becomes fearless. And there is no other way to become fearless than this. So, asadva idamagrasi tato vai sadjayata tadatmanaga swayamakuruta. Tasma tat sukrutam uchyata iti. Yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. Rasagga hevayam radva anandi bhavati. Each one has a complete guidance. Then a question is asked, as if a question is asked for us to think more and understand. That we saw so far. Ko hevanyat ka pranyat yadesha akasha anando nasya. As 15 minutes back we discussed, from there we just got distracted for some reason. Having spoken this, the consequence should be what? When everything is done by Brahman, for the sake of Brahman, in Brahman only this Ananda is there. Therefore, the consequence should be, I must obtain Brahman. So, when you obtain Brahman, along with all the earlier things said, we are adding one more thing, that you will get that also. Okay, Brahma Prapti is equal to Sukrutam. Brahma Prapti is equal to Rasa Prapti. Brahma Prapti is equal to Trupti Prapti. Brahma Prapti is equal to Ananda Prapti. Brahma Prapti is equal to Shanti Prapti. Finally, now the Brahma Prapti is equal to Abhaya Prapti. And these are the things every of the jiva seeking inside, but in a wrong place in the world where these diseases grow, in fact, problems grow, in fact. So, when in this way, this Adrishya, Anatma, Anirukta, Anilayana said, Satyam Jnanamantam Brahma, when we merge in him, where is he? In the cave of our heart, we will also have the Abhaya, which is the ultimate of the achievement. So, final. It's a Bharat Ratna. You can have all the Padma Vibhushana, Padma Bhushana, Padma Shri, but ultimate to Bharat Ratna. So we can say Raso Vaisaha, Rasa Prapti is Padma Shri. Trupti Prapti is Padma Bhushana. Ananda Prapti is Padma Vibhushan. Abhaya Prapti is Bharat Ratna. अभी बीच में कुछ है कि आई डोंट नो कोई देते नहीं मेरे को अंडरस्टूड वेरी क्लियर नाउ इवन आफ्टर सेइंग सो मच if one is not trying for Brahma Prapti, okay, that much is enough. Anything else he is doing, okay, then exactly what these four things are said, they're all confiscated. What they said, they'll be taken back. You know? If somebody doesn't behave as a patriotic person and does something very bad to the nation, after receiving any of these awards, they are taken back, which is very rarely done. कभी कभी ले लेते हैं उनसे जनरली सोच समझ कर ही देते हैं ताकि लेने की जरूरत ना पड़े बट किसकी दिमाग कब फिरता है नहीं पता ना somebody does they take back I don't know in the history it is there or not but in case of here the Vedanta Vidya the last line we are discussing now in next 10 minutes ki with the every sadhana when one discovers oneness with that adrushya anatma anirukta anilayanam brahman he will become avaya and all the three equally true is what as long as we maintain the separation difference, the duality from that Brahmamastu, sense of otherness, not seeking oneness with him, so long all these will continue, which are called samsara. What are they? Instead of abhayam, you will have bhayam. Instead of ananda, you will have dukkha. Instead of the trupti, you will always be asantrupta. Instead of rasa, you will always nirasa or dry. Vishadi, dukhi. That is what we are all going through. And it will continue. till this is found. It is like that. It has to be accepted, not an emotional thing. ऐसा क्यों कह रहे हो आप ब्रह्म को मिले तो ये सब होता है ऐसा है ही वैसे वो हाँ, उसका क्या है there is nothing to be emotional about it. It is like that. If really we are convinced about it and slowly and hold on to the feet of Guru Shruti Mata more strongly and seek only this thing, and day by day, we are becoming clearer in understanding, nearer in meditation. How wonderful our life should be. Should we not ask for this in our prayers, in our sankalpas? यही पूछना चाहिए और क्या इससे बढ़िया पूछने का. Okay, now the two things are the sense of otherness with the objects creates the desire for the objects. The sense of otherness with the people creates the raga dvesha samsara. The sense of otherness with the Lord creates the bhaya. Therefore, we want to transcend Vaya, transcend Ragadvesha, and transcend all attraction to the objects. Only one thing is we have to find our oneness with Brahman. When I am becoming one with Brahman, the objects will not be tempting. The people will not create Ragadvesha in me. Then I will be in a state of absolute fearlessness. There's nothing glorious, greater, grandeur than this as a human being, blessed ones, to achieve. How important it is for our life. Keep away all other interactions, discussions. Value not them. Only value this study, this discussion, this topic. Entertain it as much as possible till the knowledge becomes firm. Clear? Now, out of two portions, one portion is said. Whoever finds his oneness with Brahman, he becomes Abhaya. If he doesn't find, he will continue to be Bhayagrasta. That sentence also we will chant. We see what Bhashyakara says for that today. So, yada hi eva etasmin udaramantarang kurute atatasya bhayangato bhavati. That's what is no? Yeah, yes, yada hi eva esha etasmin udaramantarang kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. Earlier fellow, bhayangato bhavati. The one who identified. Who doesn't identify, tasya bhayam bhavati. Then bhayam bhavati, all other things also. Instead of ananda, there will be dukkha. Instead of trupti, asantrupti. Instead of that rasa aswadana, the jivan becomes nirasa. Very, very important. Bhashagara's bhasha is this now. Now, before that, some discussion he has risen. What is that? Let us see. Oh, ye gadbad hua kya? I was looking what gadbad, what went on. Mm. Be careful, be attentive as you were so far. He is explaining what is said so far, Shankara Bhagwan. ध्यान से सुने कि स्वरूप प्रतिष्ठो ही असौ यदा भवति असौ साधकः यदा स्वरूप ब्रह्म प्रतिष्ठा भवति. His own actual Swarupa Rupa Brahma mein, when he becomes Pratishtita. That is why this whole topic is called as Abhaya Pratishtha topic. Swarupa Pratishto hi aso yada bhavati. When I establish in my own essential self, then what will happen? Because of that, na anyat pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, na anyat vijanati. Because other than Brahman, there is nothing. I identified with Brahman, therefore there is nothing for me to see. Anyat pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, to listen, na anyat vijanati, to listen. These are all the other Upanishad shloka he took for reference. Shloka I did not quote, but shloka is using for Bhashyakara. So when I establish in my own Swarupa Pratishtha, that is Brahman. Because there is nothing other than Brahman. There was nothing to be seen, Pashyati, listening, Shunoti, and Vijanati to know. Point one. Point two is what? Ki Anyasya hi anyata bhayam bhavati. Be careful. There is always fear for one from the one who is other than himself or itself. There is a fear for somebody or something which is other than me. I will not have fear with myself. Na atmana eva atmanah bhayam yuktam. I'm not afraid of myself. Self is not afraid of the self. Self is all afraid of something which is, it is considering it as something other than it. So sense of otherness is the problem of all fear. No, he discovered Brahman. Brahman is everything. There is nothing other than Brahman. Therefore, Nanyas Pashyati, Nanyas Shrunoti, Nanyas Dijanati. Therefore, Anyad Asti Nasteva, to be frightened. Everything's Ahameva Asmi. So, Anyasya Anyata Bhayam Bhavati. Yad recognize Bhas. Anyasya hi Anyata Bhayam Bhavati. Na Atmana Eva Atmana Bhayam Yuktam. There is always fear to me from something or somebody other than me. I have no fear by myself for myself, because of myself to myself. Second point, thought. Third, therefore, tasmad, therefore, atma eva atmana abhaya karanam. Therefore, if I have to be fearless, the fearlessness comes to me only in the discovery of my essential self. Atma eva atmana abhaya karanam. Okay. Now, example is given. Sarvataha hi nirbhayaha brahmanaha drishyante. All the Brahmajnanis always are found to be nirbhaya. Satsu bhaya hetushu. Even though there are the causes of bhaya around them, which create bhaya in us. थोड़ा ponder करना. A Brahmajnani and we. He is fearless, even the fear causing things are around him, seeing which we get fear. Why? Because in that seeing, he is not accepting the otherness. The Brahmajnani is seeing everything as Brahman. Brahman is Atman. Therefore, Anyatvam is not there. Therefore, he is fearless. You and I see the world, see it as other than us. Because of sense of otherness, the fear comes. So here the discussion is about the Abhaya Pratishtha is going on. Attentively listen. The Brahmajnani is fearless. If a thief comes, we only are afraid of thief. Money. He says he is Brahman only, therefore no fear. Like those Saptarishis went to that Valmiki. When Valmiki ji was doing the earlier work of dacoity, they were not afraid of him. He was only a snake, Zaharila, if that Jnani sees, he will not be afraid of it. Like Takshako Dekar Parikshito. Because it is same Brahman. With respect to the body, that will cause harm. Therefore, this body is protected. For that, this body is kept away from the snake. वो तो है ही, वो तो व्यावहारिक धर्म है. But heart in heart, in the root of that snake also, the same Brahman, which is my own essential self. उस स्नेक के पॉइजन से इस शरीर को बचाना है. इट्स ए व्यवहार. There is no samsara in it. Therefore, that saint will go away from the snake. He will not put it on his neck. Okay? But heart in heart, in that, in me, in everything, there is one Brahman only. Therefore, इनको सम दर्शनत्व होता है, सम व्यवहार नहीं होता. व्यवहार तो शरीर आदि के स्थिति पे है, तो शरीर आदि को बचाना ही पड़ता है. So, a Zahirila serpent also is Brahman, but from distance. No love, no hatred, no anger towards it. Distance is maintained by the common sense that if it is allowed to bite, this body will die. This need not, should not die, it should continue. For that sake only it is done. Other than that, in that snake also Brahman only. Therefore, no fear. We need not have fear to run away or keep away from the snake. Common sense है तो. Hmm. Hmm. 2-3 sentences we discussed. Mm. Mm. Every word in this sentence or this anuvaka, every vakya, we are seeing the literal meaning and we are following the Bhashyam. Bhashyakara is trying to prove through every of this sentence that such Brahman asti. See, आनंद है देखो ब्रह्म है, तृप्ति है तो ब्रह्म है, रस है तो ब्रह्म है, सुकृतम है therefore ब्रह्म. Here also, Abhaya is there, therefore there is Brahma. He is taking the presence of Bhairahityam also to prove the existence of Brahman. This one para talks about it. देखो श्लोक एक्सप्लेन करके भाष्य को ऐसे बोल के आई कैन कंटिन्यू इस 5 minutes part, but my job is taken up job is studying the bhashyam sentence by sentence, trying to explain. So one by one again I'll explain 10 minutes. Swarupa pratishto hi asau yada bhavati. This is the meaning of yada hi eva esha etasmin adrushye anatme anirukte anilene abhaya pratishtam abhayam pratishtam. So the meaning of all sentence simplify करके एक सेंटेंस में भगवान शंकरा भाष्य में हमको लिख कर दे रहे. What is the meaning of such a long sentence? यदा हि एव एष एतस्मिन् अदृश्य अनात्मे अनिरुक्ते अनिलेने अव्य प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते. उसका अर्थ ये है स्वरूप प्रतिष्ठो ही असौ यदा भवति. When the sadhaka establishes in his own swarupa, which is Brahman, tada, be attentive, tada, because everything is Brahman. So, like the wave finding its swarupa pratishtha in the ocean. Wave's swarupa is ocean. So, when the wave is finding its pratishtha in its swarupa, the ocean, what about all other waves thereafter to this wave? They are not other than the whole ocean, and I am ocean now. None of them are other than me. Na? The wave never takes any other wave as other than it now. Because it itself has entered into Swarupa, the ocean, and the ocean itself in motion are all those waves. That is how here, when one gets Swarupa Pratishtha, which is Brahman, everything is Brahman, therefore nothing is taken as Anyatu, other. Sense of otherness is gone. So yada hi swarupa pratishto hi aso yada bhavati. When the sadhaka becomes the person of established in the swarupa, the Brahman, tada, therefore thereafter na anyat pashyati, na anyat srunoti, na anyat vijanati. There is nobody other to be seen, other to be known, to be other seen, heard about. कोई दूसरा है ही नहीं जिनके बारे में सुनते हैं, देखते हैं या जानते हैं. To get fear, we have to have Dvaita. For having Dvaita, first you have to listen about somebody, look at least or know. हम यहाँ कह रहे हैं इसका अर्थ अब हिंदी में बोल रहे थे ना, कोई बंदा सुनने को भी, देखने को भी, जानने को भी मेरे से अलग है ही नहीं, तो फिर भय किससे होगा मेरे को? Why did it happen? Because all bande are Brahman, and that Brahman is my Swarupa, and in that my Swarupa Brahma I got established. So when I get established in my Swarupa Brahma, because everything is Brahman only, I find everything is me, therefore there is nothing other than me. Here the crucial word is Anyat. Anyat na pashyati, Anyat na shrunoti, Anyat na vijanat. And always the bhaya is from Anyam only. Then there is nothing Anyam, then where is the bhaya? Therefore saha abhayam gata bhavati. So Anyasya hi Anyatha bhayam bhavati. From the other only, other person gets fear. Na atmanah eva atmanah bhayam yuktam. There is no fear for the self from the self. See the triangle, please understand. I am here, world is there, Brahman is here. I have not minded the Brahman. I am only minding the world. World is other than me, which is seen by me, known by me, and heard by me. Then all variety of notions, comparisons come. Then there is always fear to me from that other. Now do the sadhana as said here and discover this Brahman, which is our own sorrow. Now there is another angle. Okay, this Brahman alone, all those world, having seen which we are having anyata and therefore fear. Now having reached Brahman, from there when you see, all are Brahma only. There was nothing other than me for me to be afraid of. So you are in front of me. When I don't know myself as Brahman, then I will have myself as Jiva, the knowledge of you and some limitations are positive about you. Then I have the Bhaya Ityad. But when I discover Brahman, when I know the Brahman alone is you, then you are me. Therefore, there is no anyata between you and me. Then where is the fear? Tasmat, therefore, the conclusion is interesting. Ki tasmat atma eva atmanaha abhaya karanam. Therefore, the Brahman, the self Atman, alone is the cause of fearlessness. Who is therefore the cause of fearlessness? Self only. But you said so, but are there anybody fearless? हम सब तो डरते रहते हैं. अब आ रहे हैं बाबा एग्जाम्पल के आ रहे हैं जल्दी मत करो. देर आर एग्जाम्पल्स अगेन ऑफ सेम. सर्वतः ही निर्भयाः ब्राह्मणाः दृश्यन्ते. You see the Brahma Jnanis, they are always fearless. And commonality between them and us is what? Like the earlier things also. Ki they also have got Trupti and Ananda. We also have Trupti Ananda. For our Trupti Ananda is Madhura Amladi. For him, the Trupti Ananda is there without Madhura Amladi. That Madhura Amladi were the rasa for us, from where we were getting Trupti and Ananda. For this Brahmagnani, he is in Brahmagnana, there is no Madhura Amladi rasa for becoming Trupta Ananda, but still is Trupta Ananda. Then Trupta Ananda cannot be without rasa or without any thing existing. Again, I am explaining. A thing should exist, it should be rasa swarupa, then only Trupti Ananda comes. So a mango is existing, it has got rasa swarupa, therefore I, the consumer of it, giving me the Trupti and Ananda. A Brahmagnani also is Trupti and Ananda, but he has no mango rasa. Then if mango rasa is not there, is Trupta and rasa. Trupta and Ananda. Trupti and Ananda cannot be without rasa. Then what must be the rasa there? That which is already enjoying. That's called Brahma Vastu. Therefore, Brahma only the rasa. That is what proved there. So, Brahma rasa Ananda में ब्रह्मज्ञानी रहते हैं. Brahma rasa Trupti में. Therefore, there the rasa Trupti in them. Sorry, Ananda and Trupti in them without any rasa. Proving Brahman to be the rasa swarupa. Therefore, the रस के कारण तृप्ति आनंद हो रहा है, ब्रह्म है उनके अंदर, therefore ब्रह्म अस्ति. Conclusion is ब्रह्म अस्ति, रसस्वरूपेण अस्ति. From that only further Brahmagnani without Madhura Amladi, Trupti and Ananda coming as we are getting them from the Madhura Amladi. Therefore, the conclusion is what? Real Ananda is not from the Madhura Amla, it is from Brahma actually. Through Amla or Madhura, we think about. Here also, अभय की बात इसी तरह हमको बता रहे. Means what? This particular anuvaka, it is only our half-heartedness or our not having ability to thoroughly study that we get very less information. But if you really ponder over deeply with Bhashya, so many clarities come. Next one is this one. Ki, by seeing the people Trupti and Ananda, we traced the cause as a rasa, the amla. You see the Trupti Ananda in Brahmagnani. He has not got the rasa of any of the objective world. He is in his own subjective Brahma Swarup. Therefore, if he is happy and Trupta without the objects, he is happy and Trupta, he has got Brahmagnana inside. Therefore, where from the Brahma, Trupti Ananda should come? From the Brahma Swarupa only. Therefore, Brahma only in Rasa, Brahma Rasa alone in Trupti, Brahma Rasa Trupti alone is Ananda. That's how that time they are concluded. Here now, Bhaya ki baat bhi aise keh rahe. What it does? Ki हाँ तस्मत् तस्मात् आत्मा एव आत्मनः अभय कारणम. The main sentence is the self is the cause of fearlessness. Now we have the fear of so many things. Is there anybody who is fearless, who has got, the example of Brahmajnani is giving again here. Sarvatah hi nirbhayaah brahmanaah drishyante satsu bhaya hetushu. Be careful. Only 2-3 minutes. Whenever the Brahmana word is used in this context, understand him to be Brahmajnani. So, Brahmajnani at all times, at all places, be attentive, is found to be Nirbhaya. Okay? And when he is Nirbhaya, around him, all the Bhaya Hetus, seeing which we were afraid, they are there. So, सारे भय हेतु होने के कारण भी वो निर्भय क्यों है? Be attentive. क्या है उनके अंदर? है क्या पहली बात? He has got Brahmajnana only inside, no? Therefore, with all the bhaya hetus around, still he has got no bhaya because there is something which is supporting his bhaya rahityam. And what it is? Obviously, the Brahman only, because he is Brahmana, he is established in Brahman. Therefore, what is the cause of bhaya rahityam? The Brahman only. Like, what is the cause of Trupti and Ananda? The Brahma rasa only. What is the cause of all the activities? Brahman only. You understand? In every of the sentence, the Brahman alone is found to be the cause. Therefore, that's not the last sentence. Last sentence is therefore Brahman asti. So here Satsu Bhayatishu means what? Even for a Brahmajnani, if he is in Deha, Deha bhi udha hota hai, unka bhi marne ka time aata hai, but he is not afraid of it. There are things being around seen by him. The things whichever seeing which we become afraid, all of them are around him also. But he is not afraid. What is the source of fearlessness to him? That Brahman who has experienced it. Therefore, what is that Abhaya Hetu? Brahman. If Abhaya Hetu Brahman hai, तो फिर ब्रह्म है कि नहीं? Because he is experiencing fearlessness. Cause of fearlessness is Brahman. Then should the Brahman exist or not? Exist. That is how he says कि सर्वतो ही निर्भयाः ब्राह्मणाः दृश्यन्ते सत्सु भयहेतुषु. In spite of all the reasons for fear are there, still Brahmanas at all places, etc., are fearless. Tacha ayuktam asati bhayatrane brahmani. If the bhaya remover Brahman is not there, then for them to be fearless would have not been possible. Tesham, therefore, tasmat, the conclusion what? Tesham, of the Brahmajnanis, abhay darshanat. When they are experiencing fearlessness, in spite of all frightening situations, yet they are fearless. That is proving that asti tat abhaya karanam brahma iti. Therefore, the fearlessness का कारण रूपी ब्रह्म है करके ब्रह्म अस्तित्व यहाँ अभयता के कारण प्रूव हो रहा है. So every sentence is proving the existence of Brahman. And they, where is the Brahman? Hridaya Guhayam. In what Rupa? We have already seen. Vishesha Rupa, then Avabhasa Rupa, then the main Rupa, consciousness, and Sadrupa. We have already discussed it. Thoda sa technical hai. Listen some more times it becomes clear. So up to this, the first sentence stands explained. Okay, that one, यदा हि एव एष एतस्मिन् अदृश्यनात्मे निरुक्त्यनिलये अभय प्रतिष्ठा विन्दते. Okay, Bhagavan क्या है ना, Shankar ji, he understands and he wants us also to understand that the life is complete only when Bhaya is not there. A Bhaya Vyakti can never be happy, complete anywhere. That is why Shankar Bhagavan is giving more value importance in trying to explain this fact that the Brahman is the only one having reached home, we become fearless. श्रुति माता ने वही बात कही, वो ऊपर ऊपर कमेंट नहीं करते हुए डिटेल्डली भगवान इज टेलिंग. कदा असौ भयं गतो भवति साधकः यदा नान्यत् पश्यति आत्मनि च अंतरं भेदं न कुरुते तदा अभयं गतो भवति इत्यभिप्रायः. यदा हि पुनः अविद्या अवस्थायां हि यस्माद् एषः अविद्यावान् अविद्या प्रतिवस्थाविदं वस्तु तैमिरिक द्वितीयचन्द्रवत् पश्यति आत्मनि च एतस्मिन् ब्रह्मणि उत अपि अरम् अल्पमपि अन्तरं छिद्रं भेददर्शनं कुरुते भेददर्शनम् एव हि भयकारणम् अल्पमपि भेदं पश्यति इति अर्थः अथ तस्मात् भेददर्शनात् हेतोः अस्य भेददर्शना आत्मनः भयं भवति तस्मात् आत्मा एव आत्मनः भयकारणम् अविदुषः. So the first sentence, Atma eva, Brahma eva, Bhaya Nirbhaya Karanam, Avidushaha Vidushaha sentence. That is being here fully brought into explanation by Shankara. If I start it, it will take 10 minutes. Tomorrow we will see it. So in between we went into Apranoha Manaha because of some distraction. So we have come back to our main topic. Seventh Anuvaka, very profound in every of its sentence if you study Bhashya through Bhashya. Om, 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Just to do half an hour of study at home if possible. Even 10 minute भी करो. Literal meaning of every sentence भी पकड़ लो, काफी है. With bhashya and all, slowly it will be revealed. Thank you for your patient listening. You are great. Om.